unit, we're going to be talking a lot about polynomials. And what a polynomial is it's right here. This would be a polynomial. It has a coefficient, this first number, a variable, and then it tends to have an exponent with it as well. In order to combine polynomials, they have to have the same polynomial, the same last name. So this 2n cubed would go with this 5n cubed. Now, if there was like a 3n squared, those would not go together because we want n cubed as the last name in both instances. So when we deal with polynomials, when we add them, we have 3 steps. So the first step is to drop the parentheses. So if we look at this first one, we would rewrite it as 4 plus 2n cubed and just drop the parentheses. So rewrite the whole thing without the parentheses. Identify the like terms. So in this case, we have 2n cubed and 5n cubed. And we have 4 and 2. And 4 and 2 are like terms because they are numbers by themselves. They have the same last name. So when we put these together, we have 4 and 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Then we have 2n cubed plus 5n cubed, which would give us positive 7n cubed. So the answer to that first one is 6 plus 7n cubed. All right, so let's look at the next one. So again, following these 4 steps, we're going to drop the parentheses. So we have 5p squared minus 3, drop the parentheses, so keep going, plus 2p squared minus 3p cubed. All right, so let's take our first color, and I'm just using the colors just so we can see it a little better on here. So we have 5p squared, so that's going to be our orange, 5p squared. And then we have anything else with a p squared as a last name. Right, we have positive 2p squared. And then we have negative 3. So we're looking for anything else that's just a number by itself, and I don't see any. And then we have negative p cubed. So we're going to go ahead and now combine our like terms. So that's our third step, we're simplifying. So we have 5p squared, and we're looking for any more red boxes. So 5p squared plus 2p squared. So 5 plus 2 gives us 7p squared. Then we have negative 3. Nothing goes with negative 3. And then we have negative 3p cubed. And with this, the answer might be written in any order. In this case, you could put the negative p cubed first or the negative 3 first. The test might have the answers in any order. The only thing you need to remember is just to make sure you have the right sign in front of it. So negative 3, no matter where it is in the equation, just needs to make sure it has that negative in front of it. All right, let's look at the next one. So we're going to go ahead and start by dropping the parentheses. So we're rewriting it, negative 4 k to the 4th plus 14 plus 3 k squared plus negative 3 k to the 4th minus 14 k to the 2nd minus 8. So let's start with our red-orange color. So negative 4k to the 4th. So we're looking for anything else with k to the 4th in it. We have negative 3k to the 4th. All right, then we have 14 by itself. So looking for any other numbers by themselves. We have negative 8. And again, remember to take the sign in front of it. So if it's negative 8, you want to make sure you take that negative sign with it. And then we have positive 3k to the squared. And this one is negative 14k squared. All right, so let's go through all of them. Negative 4k to the 4th and negative 3k to the fourth. So that becomes negative 4 and negative 3 becomes negative 7k to the fourth. Then we have negative 14 minus 8, which would give us positive 6. And then we have 3k squared and negative 14k squared, which would give us negative 11k squared. And like I said, it might be written differently in your answer choices. Most likely they will take the largest exponent, like this, the k to the fourth right here, and that'll be what's listed first, and it'll go in descending order. So it will most likely be written like this as an answer choice. So descending exponents, so k to the negative fourth and k squared. So our answer, negative k to the fourth minus 11k squared plus 6. So for this last one, I went ahead and erased all that so that we have a little more room to do this last one. So for this one, we're going to start by dropping the parentheses. So I'm going to rewrite it, negative 9v squared minus 8u plus negative 2uv minus 2u squared plus v squared plus negative v squared plus 4uv. All right, so this one's kind of a long one, but it's going to go the exact same way we've been doing before. So I'm going to start with v squared, so negative 9v squared, and we're looking for anything else with v squared. So we have plus v squared, and this is like having an invisible 1 in front of it when it is written like that. And then we also have negative v squared, and again, this is like having a negative 1 in front of that. Then we have negative 8u, and I don't see anything else with the u in it. Then we have negative 2uv and positive 4uv. Or to use that color. All right, and then we have negative 2u squared. So then we're going to go ahead and combine them. So we have negative 9v squared plus 1v squared minus 1v squared. So these two actually cancel each other out because plus 1 minus 1. So we just have negative 9v squared. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross them out just so I know I've already dealt with them because this is a pretty long equation and I don't want to get myself confused. All right, and then we have negative 8u, and there's no other purple, so it's just negative 8u. Cross it out. Negative 2uv and positive, sorry, you can't really see that, positive 4uv. So that would give us positive 2uv because positive 4 minus 2 will give us just 2. So I'll cross those out. And then we're just left with negative 2u squared. All right, so that's how we deal with adding polynomials. Here's a couple examples for you to try in your own, and then we will review them together. Let's go ahead and look at these example problems. All right, so our first step is to go ahead and rewrite it without the parentheses. So we have a cubed minus 2a squared plus 3a squared minus 4a cubed. All right, so we have a cubed, which if you remember, there should be like an invisible 1 in front of that a to the third. And then we also have positive 3a, oops, then we have negative 4a cubed. Sorry about that. And then we have negative 2a squared and positive 3a squared. All right, so we have positive 1a cubed and negative 4a cubed, which should give us negative 3a cubed. And then we have negative 2a squared plus 3a squared. Gives us positive 1a squared, or you could just write it positive a squared. All right, so that's what you should have gotten for that first one. And then let's look at the second one. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite the whole thing without the parentheses. Plus 5x to the fifth plus 7x to the fourth. Alrighty. So again, it looks pretty long and big, but we're going to follow those same 3 steps. So we rewrote it without parentheses, and now we're going to identify our like terms. So we have negative x to the fourth, and we go through and look for the same last name. So we have positive 7x to the fourth. Then we have positive 13x to the fifth. So we're looking for another x to the fifth last name. So we have positive 5x to the fifth. Change my color, give us some different colors. And then we have plus 6x cubed and another positive 6x cubed. All right, so let's go ahead and start combining. So we have negative x to the fourth. Remember, there's like an invisible 1 here, so negative 1x to the fourth and positive 7x to the fourth will give us 6x to the fourth. Then we have positive 13x to the fifth and positive 5x to the fifth, which will give us positive 18x to the fifth. Let's go ahead and cross those out so we don't get confused. We have positive 6x to the third and positive 6x to the third, which would give us positive 12x to the third. Now, again, if we think back to how it will most likely be written in a question, they will start with the highest exponent and go to the lowest and lowest exponent. So if we look, x to the fifth is our highest exponent, so that should be written first, followed by positive 6x to the fourth, and then positive 12x to the third. So that should be our final answer. And that's the end of this lesson.